What would happen in the beginning is I knew that he didn't like not having hair. But I also knew that he had told me that his career only took off when he started losing his hair. So he sort of related those two together. They may or may not have had anything to do with each other. So when I first started Seinfeld, he had this, in the back of his hair, he had this little bald spot, but in the back of the bald spot there was this little divot, little thing that was no hair. And then across the top, he had some hair, but not very much. So I took a little, eyeshadow, which is what you do with people when their hair is thinning. You just color in around the hair, and it just kind of blends it in, and you don't see that the hair is missing there. And so I did it across the top too, and he really liked it, that there was more hair across the top. And you could see that he had this nice little stripe across the top. And pretty soon it got to the point where I couldn't really do that because he was losing it. But he liked that. And so I think maybe that's what he meant, that I do all this stuff to him to give him more hair. But he is adorable when he has a hairpiece on. We did this movie called Dunstan Checks In, and we did a really nice hairpiece for him with a real receding hairline. But he had hair up here. Makes a big difference. He's got a very handsome face. And he just looked adorable with a hairpiece. I've done a few shows with him with hairpieces. Bye Bye Birdie. And anyway, so I did that. And so he would just tell people it took me forever to do his hair, but it didn't. Not really. They wanted him to have a toupee that was really, really ugly and stupid. That he goes to this toupee place and he gets a toupee and he's so happy and the toupee is just ugly. Well, I went to this wig place that I know, and I went in their back room where they sell these things for $5, old toupees that other people have had that nobody wants anymore. I don't know what they think they're going to do. I bought them all up. And I brought them to the show, and I tried to find the worst ones that I could possibly find to put on his head. And every single one I put on him made him look so cute. Because on television, when you see it on television, you can't see how terrible it looks unless it's just really, really bad. We just couldn't, we had a really, really hard time finding one that looked bad enough to be that funny. So it was fun. That was a fun experiment.